Hello beauties, my name is Emily if you don't know me already, and I am here to tell you a few quick tips on how to get that flawless foundation look without that dreaded, so dreaded cakey look. You're gonna hear me say this a lot, but it's not cute. Just listen. So we're gonna start with moisturizer. We should always be starting with our moisturizer, and for your skin type. So I, of course, my favorite is the Divine Moisturizer. It works really well with all skin types. Moisturize first before you do anything, before your primer, before your foundation, all of the above. For dry skin, you want to put Divine all over. Just put it all over your face and let it dry before you put your foundation on. Sorry, I keep holding my pen like it's so important. And then for combination skin, you're going to apply in your drier areas, like wherever your dry areas are, but tends to be like your cheekbones, your forehead, in between your eyebrows, your chin. It's different for everybody. Okay, and let that dry. And then if you have oily skin, you want to apply and then take like a tissue or something and dab off your excess. No rubbing, okay? You want to make sure that you're dabbing off your excess. And then apply your foundation. Okay, next is primer. Primer is a must for flawless skin. You want to take about a pea size onto your finger and then dab that all over your face, rub it in, and let it dry for about a minute before applying your foundation. This is going to tighten your pores, preventing your makeup from settling into your pores, settling into fine lines, wrinkles, and everything like that. We don't want all that. It's going to make your makeup last very long time. Very long time. I'd say all day, but I don't know what you're doing all day. I don't know what you're doing, but it lasts a really long time. A lot longer than if you didn't wear primer. So, and my favorite thing is it makes my makeup water resistant, which is a total plus. Total plus. Alright ladies, next is foundation. Foundation is all about what we're talking about, right? Like non-cakey foundation, alright? So matching your foundation, you should be matching to your chest, okay? Not your face or your neck, because our face is usually protected with like SPF and makeup, and our neck clearly is covered by hair and, you know, the shadow of our face. So you need to match to your chest, because that's where everything's going to blend into, and you don't want your face to look lighter than everything else, because that's not cute. It's just not cute. Okay, and then with foundation, your foundation should go before your concealer, okay? And a thinner foundation is always best, okay? That way it's going to blend more seamlessly into your skin and leave you not looking cakey. Cakey is not a cute look, okay? A fun line check you can do, and this is gonna look silly, guys, okay? It's gonna look silly. Do the double chin. Do the double chin, and if you see a line, it's not blended, blend it a little better, okay? Blend it better. Alright? It's a fun little trick, okay? I know I look ridiculous, but just try it, I promise. You'll love it. For dry skin, use a blending bud to apply your foundation versus a brush. I really love this brush. The liquid foundation brush is my favorite. But if you have dry skin, it's best to use a blending bud. For foundation or concealer, either or, because it can cause micro exfoliation. That's what it's called, and that's where you're lifting and coating those dry, flaky patches of your skin, and that's giving you, it's enhancing them and giving you that cakey look. You know, we don't want that. Okay. Same whenever you're covering blemishes. You can use a sponge or you can use a concealer brush. This is the concealer brush that I use. If you want to be patting it, okay, not rubbing in. If you have a more circular brush like this, you don't want to be aggravating that area and rubbing it in. Again, that's going to be lifting that flaky or scabbed area, and it's going to make it enhance, and we don't want it to do that. We don't want it to look cakey. We don't want things to look flaky. Not cute. Not cute. Alright, now let's chat powder. So if you are using the Touch liquid foundation that I love so much, you don't necessarily need to set it with the powder, because it goes on a liquid and dries to a matte powder finish. But you certainly can still set with the powder, and I personally still like to, especially if you like that just more coverage. But but. When applying your powder, you want to dab with a sponge. So this is my mineral powder. You can either dab with your sponge that comes in it, or a large powder brush, which my favorite is this powder puff brush. It's soft and it's very large, okay? Test it to like your eye. If it's bigger than your eyeball, girl, it's good, alright? It's good, okay? So you want to be dabbing that. So instead of creating a swirling motion and rubbing it all over your face, you want to be dabbing, and that's going to give you better coverage. And again, it's not going to be lifting those areas. It's going to be picking up those dry patches if you're rubbing it everywhere and creating a textured look on your face, which we don't want. We want it to look seamless, flawless, and flat. Okay, rubbing this everywhere is going to lift your foundation, and it's going to give your face a very textured look, and that's not cute. Again, that's not cute. That's not cute. Plus, swirling all over your face versus dabbing is just plain better for your skin. It's more gentle. Let's prevent wrinkles, right? So if you're wanting to disguise large pores, blemishes, oily skin, you really want to make sure that you are using matte shades. So you need to be using a matte bronzer and a matte blusher, or blush, whatever you call it. Whenever you are using something shimmery, it is going to draw attention, enhance, and really draw the eye to those areas that you're trying to disguise. Even if you don't have very large pores here, once you put a shimmer there, you're totally gonna see them all, girl. Totally gonna see them all. So I would avoid that. Make sure you're using matte for your contour and your bronzer, blush area. And you can still highlight. Go for it. Go highlight. And just apply that in like a C shape on the top of your cheekbone, okay? If you have blemishes there, avoid it that day, okay? Just avoid highlight that day. Alright, last but not least, my favorite tip, and this is a tip you're going to use throughout the whole day. Whenever you are feeling oily and you immediately go to grab your powder because you want to soak up that oil, mattify it, and make sure that you don't look oily anymore. It's like our immediate thought to do, right? Don't do it, okay? I'm gonna tell you a better trick to do. Grab a tissue or a piece of toilet paper and just peel the ply away so that it's only one, okay? Fresh toilet paper, of course, okay? This is just whatever I keep on my makeup vanity. Take that and blot your skin. Blot away where you see that extra oil. Just blot, blot, blot wherever you see it. It's mostly going to be in your T-zone, which is this area right here. And just blot that, okay? And you're going to see it on your tissue. And then you can go in, use your powder with your sponge or your brush and reapply where you need to reapply it. That is going to save you from that dreaded cakey look. So if you were to just put on that powder whenever you saw oil and you were like, this is what I'm going to do to get rid of it. It's our immediate instinct, right? Let's put powder on it. It soaks up the oil and I'm no longer oily and it makes my skin look more one color, right? Wrong. So that powder is going to mix with the oil and create a paste. Well, that's what gives us the dreaded cakey look. We don't want that powder and that oil to mix. It's going to create that oily, it's not going to help us. It just creates that paste, so don't do it. Biggest tip I can give you today, blot with your tissue first, then apply your powder. Let's avoid the cake face, guys, okay? Yeah. Alright guys, cheers. I hope that all of you took something away from these tips and that you learned something new. I hope that I'm in your mind whenever you're doing your makeup tomorrow or the next day or whenever you do it. Not everybody wears makeup every day, but girl, I do. I hope that y'all learned something. If you have any questions, just comment below. We'll get them all answered, and I can't wait to have more fun with you guys. Bye!